Hi everyone, Dario here, and in this video I'll show you how easy it is to create visuals in Power BI. Visuals are the charts and graphs that you can create in your reports. And Power BI is awesome. Think of it as the next step if you're using Excel to create better dashboards. Basically, more powerful and easier to use. Here are some timestamps in case you want to skip specific parts of the video, and let's go. Here I have a blank Power BI, and the first step to create visuals is to import some data into our file. So I'll click on import data from Excel, and this will open a file browser. I'll click on sales data. This is my sample dataset, and I'll click on open. This will prompt a screen called the navigator. The navigator lets you see a preview of the data you're going to import. So in this case, my table is called table 2. And as you can see, here we have all our data. I'll put a check on it, and here you can transform your data or load it directly into Power BI. Normally, I would advise you to transform your data, but in this case, I already have cleaned it up. So I'll click on load. Great, our data is loaded, and Power BI has three main screens. The first one, it's called the report view, and here we're going to create our visuals. The second one, it's called the data view, and here we can see all the data that we imported to understand what we brought to Power BI. And the third view, it's called the model view, and here we can play on how different tables interact with each other. In this case, we're going to focus on the report view. We have a couple of elements here. In the upper part of the screen, we're going to have multiple tools. In the left side, we're going to have our blank canvas. Here is where we're going to work with our visuals. Then we have a filter pane, a visualization pane, and the fields of the tables we just imported. Okay, let's create our visual. As you can see, here in the visualization pane, there are a lot of icons that represent different charts and graphs that you can use in your report. So if you click on one of them, I'm going to click on a column chart. You'll have all of these sections right here for you to drag the different fields from the table you imported and start constructing your chart. Think of it as building a Lego, because you have all the building blocks right here and you just arrange them in the configuration you'd like to have. So I'd like to create a column chart that gives us sales by date. So I'll just look for our order date, and I'll put it on the x-axis for it to appear right here in the horizontal line. And then I'll look for our sales field, and I'll place it in our y-axis. This will create this chart. But let's see, I want to see it by year. All right. There we have it. Now let's create a donut chart. In this case, I would like to have sales by category. So I'll click on donut chart. I'll bring it right up here, and then I'll drag our category field to the legend and our sales field to our values. Finally, I like to create a table that gives us all the sales by state. So instead of clicking on our table visual in the visualization pane, I'll just drag our state field to the canvas, and this will automatically create a chart based on the type of data that we got here. But we don't want a map, we want the table. So I'll click on the table visual, and this will change it. And let's see, I'll also want our sales. There we go. And finally, I'd like to have a count of our orders. So I'll get the order column, and I'll click on this little arrow right here for this menu to appear, and let's look for the count option. As easy as that, we just created a couple of visuals in Power BI. What happens if we want to personalize them a little bit more, give them more format, give them our own flavor? So to do that, we'll click on the visual we want to personalize. If we come right here in the visualization pane, you'll see there are three sections. The first one is the one we just used. The second one, it's called Format Your Visual. So if we click on here, you can see that there are a lot of different configurations that we can work with. If you see here, there is an option to enable data labels. I'll click on that, and here we go. Here we have all the different data labels on our columns. Let's say I want to highlight these values we just added. In the data labels option, we can open a second menu, and here there's a lot of different configurations that we can work with. In this case, I'll look for the values option, and I want to make the data labels bold. I'll just click on this. And finally, let's change the color. I want the color to be, let's say, just pitch black. Alright, there we have it. Let's say I want to make our column colors a little bit darker. So we're going to look for the columns menu, and here we can change the color. Let's say to this blue, and there we go. That's better. Experiment with different visuals. As I told you, there are a lot of different configurations depending on the one you're using, and you can make awesome things in a really easy way. Great, that was a quick video on how to create visuals with Power BI. Don't stop experimenting, try with different visuals. As you could see, there's a lot you can do, and in less than 5 minutes you could be creating awesome looking reports. If you got value from this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to keep leveling up your digital skills. Here's also another video in case you want to keep learning right now. Thanks a lot for watching, and have a great one. Bye!